Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And well, today it has been cold, and this is why I'm doing this kind of content, which is not my kind of content because I'm an outdoor person, as you all know. But it has been cold, and content creation sometimes does not do good or do well when it's cold or when it's raining. Actually, when I was about to step out today, it rained, so I had to cancel where I was going. And I sat and I thought, and I remembered that people have been asking me so many questions regarding YouTube. I do get a lot of WhatsApp messages, people asking me about YouTube, and which I'll be talking about in this video. Also, it has been 2 weeks of up and down here in Kenya with the finance bill, so we have not been able to move too much, but we thank God all is well now. And also, I've been a little bit under the weather, but I'm doing good now, and I thank God for that. So people have been asking me a few questions which I wrote down because with content creation, let me tell you guys, sometimes when I plan to go somewhere, I do a little bit of research about a place. I do get on Google sometimes, and I'll learn about, let's say I decide to go to Nairobi city, or let's say Ruiru. So what I do, I normally check a few points here and there and get to learn about that place. But one thing with content creation, once you hold your camera, I don't know what happens. Everything evaporates, and that's when you find you can't remember simple things like a name of a tree or a name of a product. It's not that someone doesn't know, but I don't know, it just evaporates. But anyway, that is not the topic of today. So the things that people have been asking me about is, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them is, people do ask me, what do I use to shoot my videos? Well, for me, I use my phone for now. I'm in the process of getting a camera. I'm working on that. But if you are a starter and you do not have a camera, you can use your phone. But I do believe not all phones, but I don't know. But for me, I do know iPhone, Samsung, and actually Oppo does a very good job. Oppo actually has a very good rear camera, and it's very good at zooming. Oppo and Samsung, that I know. Others I don't know, I can talk about them. So you can use your phone to vlog if you don't have a camera. But if you'd wish to have a camera, I've seen that so many people that I watch on YouTube use GoPro or DJI. I do believe GoPro is not that expensive, and it's easy to use. But with GoPro, you can't zoom far. But with a DJI, you can zoom as far as you can. I think those are the two cameras that I do know that does a very good job, because I actually do have a friend who's using a DJI Action 4, and it's quite good, and also GoPro. And like I said, DJI is expensive than the GoPro, if I'm not wrong. So if you can get a GoPro, which I'm working on, it's a plus. But for now, if you don't have those two cameras or any other camera, you can use your phone. You just need to know how to use the phone, because I also do know that with the phone, if you're recording, where's the other phone? Okay, let me use my remote. If you're recording with the phone should be like this. It's called, I think, landscape, not like this. That is for YouTube. I think for TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, you can use your phone when it's like this. But for YouTube, it has to be this, landscape. That's what it's called, if I'm not wrong. It has to be staying like this. Also, if you're using the phone, make a point of using the rear camera, the one I'm using right now, but sometimes it's hard, especially if you don't have someone to hold that camera for you. Like me, I'm not so good with the rear camera because most of the times I'm alone. But when my daughter is around, or when I'm with my nieces, which I'm training to be cameramen and they're doing a great job, they hold the camera for me and I'll use the rear camera. But if I want to appear on the video, I normally use the selfie camera, which is actually not so good. The quality is not so good. Once you start editing, it becomes a bit blurry or foggy. But with rear camera, it comes out so good. So if you can manage, if you're using your phone and you can manage to use the rear camera, the better. If you can't, you can switch them both, selfie and rear. If you want to appear, you can use selfie. If you want to show what's surrounding you, you can use the rear camera. So another question, people ask me, what do I use for editing? I'll be talking about that. Hold on, let me confirm. Actually, I'm recording because I'm just alone here, so I'm chancing. Let's see. Where were we? Question number 2. People do ask me, what apps do I use for editing? Okay, I do know a few. I know there's one called DaVinci. With DaVinci, it's very good quality and everything, but you need to have a laptop and it's a little bit not easy to use if you're not so good with technology. The other one is Lightcut. Lightcut is very easy, especially if you're using your phone to edit, but I was using it before, but I had issues with it lagging. Like I could be talking, but the actions and my words were not going together. So many people are complaining on my comment section, and it's actually not a complaint, because if they did not tell me, I was not going to know until I started paying attention, and I noticed for sure, yeah, the mouth and the words were not going together. So I dropped Lightcut. Then there's InShot, there's KineMaster or KineMaster, Kine Master. I haven't used those two, but I do see a few people using them, and I believe they're good and easy to use. But as of the moment, I'm using CapCut. It's actually easy and so far the best, especially because sometimes I do edit using my phone. So CapCut is good. If you're a beginner like me, CapCut is also a good app for editing. You just know how to play with the effects, just know how to play with the words and things like that. Question number 3. People do ask me, what do I use to make a thumbnail? What is a thumbnail? A thumbnail is the photo or it's called what you see when my videos pop up on your TV or on your phone. You know, the face you see, that is what is called thumbnail. I do use Canva, and it's actually very easy. What you do, you just download the Canva app. I'm not saying it's the best, but so far so good for me. It's working for me. So you just go to Canva, search for YouTube thumbnails, and make sure in the video that you are shooting, you had taken a few photos, either photos of yourself, photos of the surrounding of or what you were shooting about, so that when you go to Canva, you just search YouTube thumbnails, choose one and edit it. Put the photos you took, or rather put the photos of yourself. You can also write something like describing about the video that you just shot, or explaining your vlog just a little bit. You can just write something like visiting Kericho town, or you can just say my weekend vlog. Just simple things. It's actually very easy to use. I was introduced that to my daughter. I think it's good to have a Gen Z in the house because they're so good with technology, unlike us millennials, we're not so good with that. But Gen Z, it's one touch and they are done. Number 4. This one, let me pause. Let me go take a glass of water and then I come and talk about number 4. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, okay, and we are back. Okay, that's the remote falling. Aish, man, content creation. Anyway, so number 4 is monetization. Many people have been asking me, have you started earning on YouTube? Yo. Oh, but before I discuss number 4, there's something I forgot on point number 1 on what do I use to shoot my videos. I forgot to mention, if you're gonna use a phone like me, make sure you have a tripod, because holding the phone, I used to do that when I started. Hey, it reached a point my hand was shaking and could get tired, and the image was not stable because maybe the hand is shaking or you're tired or something like that. Make sure you get a tripod and a microphone if you can, because sometimes when you're shooting outside it can be very noisy. I do have a microphone that I normally don't use because I've mastered the art of vlogging using a phone, and most of the time, because I'm just alone and I'm actually the one holding the phone for myself, I don't really need a microphone. But if, let's say, you have someone holding your camera and maybe you're far away, you will need a microphone for sure. Otherwise, people will not hear you, and also the microphone will help you filter the background noise. Also, point number 2, when you use CapCut, CapCut has a feature where you can reduce the background noise. So that has been helping me a lot, and that's why I chose to use CapCut, because I can reduce the background noise and people get to hear me still. So on to number 4. So people have been asking me, have you started earning from YouTube? Well, there are terms and conditions that YouTube needs you to have for you to start earning with them. The first one is you need to have 1,000 subscribers. That one can be easy to get, or it can be difficult. For me, somehow I was lucky. I was able to get 1,000 subscriber in the 3rd or 4th month, I can't remember. But where YouTube will catch you is when something they call watch hours. You need 4,000 watch hours, and guys, let me tell you, attaining that, hey, it's next to impossible, but it is impossible. What I've learned, if you want to attain 4,000 watch hours, you have to at least shoot videos or upload videos almost every day, or maybe thrice a week. But for me, since I have other things that I'm doing, I upload once a week. 4,000 what does 4,000 watch hours means, in case you're wondering? This means it's the cumulative duration that viewers spend watching our videos. This is why if I upload let's say a 20-minute video, I do ask you guys, watch from the beginning to the end. Again, do not fast forward, because when you do all that, I might not get that watch hour, and if I get it, it will be this. I hope very soon I'll be able to upload twice a week, but again, content creation is not easy as people think. You need to be creative, you need to know where to go, and it can be tiring. There is also the part of editing. It's not easy to edit. So anyway, back to the point. So for you to start earning on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and I feel like here for the watch hours, that's where they get us, because attaining that is not easy, guys. I'm telling you, because I've been doing it. It's not easy, but once you get them, they'll start paying you. And I think it depends on where you are, because I believe if you're in Kenya and you do have, those who are in Africa get paid differently from those people maybe who are doing it in the US or maybe in Canada. It all depends. Also, make a point of watching the adverts. Those ones also do pay as YouTubers. The adverts, we also get paid. But if you decide to skip that advert, well, I will not get paid for that. So for those people who have been asking me about the 4 things that I've mentioned, because those are the ones that people ask me the most, even my family members, I know you're watching me, they do ask me those questions, and people wonder how we shoot, how we edit, what we use. Shooting is easy as long as you're not camera shy and you do know what to say. You don't have to be a native English speaker. As long as you can speak, just speak. You can even use Swahili. Kenyans will watch you, but it's good to use a little bit of English, because so that you can attract viewers from all over. But you can start with a phone and make sure you have a tripod. Also make sure you're using the rear camera. It's the one that has the quality for the rear camera is good. And also make sure when you're setting the rear camera, you choose the 1080. It's called 1080, what I can remember. Not the 720. 720 is for the selfie. But if you do not have someone to hold the camera, you can switch both. If you want to appear, just use the selfie, because the rear camera, if you're using it and you want to appear, it's either you cut your head or you cut your chin, or you won't just come out nice if you're not an expert with it. There are people who are experts. For me, I'm not. That's why I switch to selfie when I want to appear, and when I want to show my surrounding, I switch back to rear camera. But rear camera is the best. Well, I don't have much to say about YouTube, but it's actually a very good journey. You also I've also noticed with YouTube, you'll get to learn a lot. If you a person who does outdoor like me, you will get to go to places and get to learn how people live. You get to see different places, but also traveling is expensive, I'm not gonna lie, because you need to facilitate that financially. So if you're good at creating indoor content, that's okay. I'm not so good with that because of the nature of my job, I think. And I happen to be also an outdoor person. I tend to think very well when I'm out there. And what can I say? Yeah, I would just say that nature does something. There's something about nature that makes me feel very good. And yeah, so guys, if you have watched this video up to this point, thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. If you are my returning viewer, you know those people who always come back to support me by watching my videos. Thank you so much. Just make sure you do not fast forward, and also watch from the beginning to the end. Actually, my videos are not long, but very soon, when I get a camera, I might start doing longer videos, because with the camera, you can record and record and record. The phone, sometimes it's tiring. And if it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, and always make sure you give my videos a thumbs up. And if you can, leave a comment. That will be it for today. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.